Welcome and congratulations on making your way to this video. I made this video to break down the Real Sales Academy and how we take sales reps, train them, and then place them onto multi-six-figure remote sales roles and how we're gonna do that within just 14 calendar days. And no, I'm not gonna sell you anything. All I ask for is your full, complete, and undivided attention so that you know the exact roadmap that our students take to make anywhere from $10,000 and even up to $60,000 a month. And before we get started, the first thing that you need to understand is the Real Sales Academy is not a course. This is the Harvard of sales training and placement. I'm not gonna sit here and promise you millions or some fake dream. Everything I'm saying is based in evidence and data, just like an academy should be. Because here at RSA, results and speed is the #1 thing that we focus on. And it's backed by my sales career, where I worked for and got mentored by billionaire Grant Cardone, where I was able to sell over $7.3 million of his products, and then I even got to fly around the country and build his sales teams. Where I then took those skills and I started a consulting career, where I was popping $500,000 contracts to do that same thing at scale. And that's when I noticed the gap in the marketplace. There is nobody helping the individual rep get trained, placed, and mentored to success, which is the exact code that we decided to crack here at the Real Sales Academy. And to show you exactly how we do this, I'm gonna walk you through the process that we use, so pay attention. The first thing we do at RSA is skill assessment, where we are gonna sit you down one-on-one and we are gonna interview you to assess your strengths, your weaknesses, and your current job so that we can see what's holding you back and then build a game plan to move forward. Which brings us to #2, our custom tailored training. You're gonna get a training that aids you in your specific wants and your specific needs, which is the secret weapon to how we are able to get our reps ready for placement so quickly. And then after you finish that training, you're gonna have to pass written tests and live role plays to prove that you are ready to land the job of your dreams. That brings us to #3, which is gonna be interview preparation. Because after you are trained and you are ready to go, we need you to stand out. This is where we work with you to craft resumes, record introduction videos, and teach you how to ace the interview so you can get the job on the spot. And I actually want to preface this by saying the sales job that you are on is insanely important, because the better the job, the more money you will make. Which brings us to the 4th one, and most importantly, where we are going to place you. With the Real Sales Academy, you are going to have a guaranteed placement onto a multi-six-figure remote sales role with a vetted company. And we're gonna actually accomplish that with the placement portal. This is a one-of-a-kind invention that allows for our students to have lifetime job access to companies that meet our standards of excellence. And those standards are $500,000 a month in minimum cash collected, a ratio of $100,000 cash per sales rep, which is actually gonna allow you to make 10K, adequate warm lead flow. Look, every single day, you're gonna need new warm leads to sell, because that's how you're gonna make money fast. And then the last one is gonna be a recession-proof product. Our top companies that we've placed reps with are Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozi portfolio companies, Tony Robbins, Cole Gordon's Closers.io, and a bunch of big 9-figure companies in various different industries like tech, SaaS, info products, marketing services, and so much more. And these companies, they want you because of the level of training and verification that we have put you through here at the Real Sales Academy. Which brings us to the 5th step and the last step of the RSA process, which is continuous training. I want you to understand that RSA is a lifetime membership of training and job opportunities. After you graduate, you'll receive your diploma, you'll land your job, but that's when the real work actually begins. And with the continuous training, we will ensure that you're making the money that you came here for. This looks like one-on-one coaching, this looks like call reviews, and even helping you create scripts for your new offer. But with all of that being said, I'm gonna walk you through 2 different case studies so you can see exactly how this works. First, I want you to meet John. John came to us with 2 years of sales experience, and when we interviewed him, we realized that he had some fundamental issues with his training and a horrible offer. So we put together a training that worked on his weaknesses, and we were able to get him up to speed quick. Immediately after that, it was time to help him market himself, which is something that salespeople are horrible at. We guided him on putting together a resume that stands out from the pack in an introduction video that he had to record hundreds of times. But by spending time here and training him on how to interview and to get his assets together, we helped him look so good that he landed a job with an Alex Hormozi portfolio company. John went on to make over $23,000 in his first month and then even got promoted to a manager in his fourth month. And this is exactly why we are the Harvard of sales training. We are experts and we take a calculated approach, just like we did with Colin. In our interview with Colin, he told us that he was a college dropout with no experience who wanted to create a life of time and money freedom through remote sales. So we took a different approach because we wanted him to make money now and then master the rest as we go so that he can scale later on. So we had Colin spend a lot of time practicing appointment setting in our training grounds. I'll be the first to say that it wasn't easy. But after he finished the training, he passed his test and we prepped him for placement, and then we put him on an amazing offer. This offer does millions of dollars per month. It has 15 salespeople and gives him a minimum of 30 warm leads per day. And in his first month, he made over $10,000, where now he's continuing his training to prove and move into a closing role to make upwards of even $30,000 a month. Look, we have real training, we have real opportunities, and we do not stop until we cultivate real results. So if you've gotten to this point in this video, you probably have some question marks I would like to address. The first being, what's the catch? And the catch is that you have to apply for this, meaning we don't want to work with everyone. And we actually decline over 65% of our applicants because most of you are not the right fit for sales, and let alone the Harvard of sales training. This is a very hard and competitive industry where you'll have to deal with pressure and rejection daily. This is not your get rich quick and easy. This is hard work and sacrifices equals results. And we also take our guarantees very seriously. For us to be able to guarantee job placement with quality companies and results, we have to be selective. Not to mention that for this type of intimate work, it's gonna have to be a small group. Our students make $180,000 to even up to $720,000 per year, and I would be a bold-faced liar if I said that I could get all of you here. Most of you like excuses. Most of you like taking days off. In winning in this game, it's gonna require more than that. So if you wanna be a 1% sales rep, have a guaranteed multi-six-figure sales role, and you wanna be mentored to success, here's the process, so pay attention. Step 1, under this video, there's gonna be a button that says book an interview. Okay, I want you to click that button and fill out an application. Step 2, schedule an interview with my team. My application specialists are going to meet with you to see if you're a good fit, and they're gonna answer your questions on the academy. And then assuming that you pass that first interview, the next steps will all be installed there. And for those of you that are thinking, how do I know this is real? Or is this the right fit for me? I want you to know that I've worked with thousands of reps and I have mastered this game, but I don't even expect you to take my word for it. I'm gonna attach 2 interviews below where you can see more of what this looks like so that you can make an educated decision for yourself on if you actually wanna pursue this. And if you're still unsure, just fill out an application and book an interview with my team. They're gonna answer all of your questions and point you in the right direction. But thank you so much for the time. My name is Jacob May, and I look forward to seeing the select few of you inside.